The room went silent. 20 alien species sat around a large table, their best warriors, their smartest minds, all staring at the screen in front of them. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke, because they all knew the truth. Whoever entered that chamber would never come back alive. Council leader ZYX stood up. His red reptilian eyes scanned the room. His scales turned dark blue, showing his worry. He pressed a button. The screen showed a planet, Kethera 9, a dead world covered in green mist. "This is a problem," ZYX said in his deep voice. 3 days ago, our sensors found something on this planet. An artifact. Very old. Very powerful. It sits inside a chamber filled with Class X radiation. The aliens shifted in their seats. Class X radiation. The deadliest energy in the known galaxy. It killed instantly. It destroyed cells. It melted armor. Nothing could survive it. Dr. Enna, a bird-like alien with silver feathers, stood up next. She was the station's chief scientist. Her wings trembled as she spoke. "Our calculations are clear. Any living being will die in 4 seconds. Maybe less. The radiation is too strong. Too deadly." Commander Vrosk laughed. He was a massive insect-like creature with 4 arms and black armor covering his body. "Then the artifact stays there. We forget about it. Simple." "No." ZYX hit the table with his clawed hand. "We cannot forget. Our intelligence says this artifact holds technology. Technology that could save the galaxy. Or destroy it. We cannot leave it there. What if our enemies find it first?" The room filled with worried whispers. Every species understood the danger. The artifact could change everything, but getting it meant certain death. ZYX looked around the room slowly. "I need a volunteer. Someone brave. Someone willing to try." Silence. Long, heavy silence. The warriors looked down. The champions turned away. One by one, every species refused. They shook their heads. They whispered impossible in their languages. Minutes passed. Nobody moved. Nobody volunteered. Then a voice came from the back of the room. "Clear. Calm. Strong. I will do it." Every head turned. Every eye focused on one spot. A human stood up. Tall. Simple uniform. No armor. No weapons. Just a human. Captain Jake Morrison stepped forward into the light. The aliens gasped. Whispers exploded across the room. The human does not understand. Nothing survives that radiation. Nothing. The human does not understand. Nothing survives that radiation. Nothing. Commander Vrask stood up fast. His 4 arms crossed over his chest. His black eyes stared at Jake with disbelief. Then he started laughing. A loud, mocking laugh that filled the entire room. "A human?" Vrask's voice boomed. "You must be joking. Humans are weak. Your bodies are soft. You have no natural armor. No shields. No protection. You will die before you even reach the artifact." Jake Morrison stood still, his face calm, his blue eyes steady. He did not look afraid. He did not look worried. He simply looked at Vrask and said, "I do not need armor." The room exploded with noise. Aliens talking over each other. Some laughed. Some looked shocked. Some whispered that the human must be crazy. Dr. Enna flew to the center of the room. Her silver wings spread wide. "Please, listen. I must explain the danger. Captain Morrison, I respect your courage, but you do not understand what you face." She pressed her tablet. The screen changed. It showed data. Numbers. Charts. Graphs of death and destruction. "This radiation destroys living cells in exactly 4.3 seconds, Dr. Enna said, her voice shaking. "Your skin will burn. Your blood will boil. Your organs will fail. There is no survival. This is not bravery. This is suicide." Jake listened carefully. He nodded slowly. Then he asked one simple question. "How far is the artifact from the entrance?" Dr. Enna blinked. "What?" "The distance," Jake repeated. "From the door to the artifact. How far?" Dr. Enna checked her tablet. "Approximately 30 meters. If you run at full speed, it would take about 30 seconds. Maybe less." Jake looked at the data on the screen. He studied the chamber layout. The path. the distance, the time needed. Then he smiled. A small, confident smile. 30 seconds, Jake said quietly. Then I have plenty of time. Council leader ZYX leaned forward. His red eyes narrowed. Human, do you understand? You have 4 seconds to live in that radiation. 4, not 30. 4. Jake met his eyes. I understand perfectly. Rask slammed his fist on the table. This is madness. Humans are not special. You will die like everyone else. Jake turned to face the entire council. His voice was steady and clear. Maybe I will die. Maybe I will not. But I know one thing. Humans do not quit. We do not run from impossible challenges. Someone must try. So I will try. The room went silent again. Every alien stared at this strange human, this creature who volunteered for certain death without fear. Dr. Enna's wings drooped. When do you want to attempt this mission? Jake checked his watch. A simple Earth watch on his wrist. Give me 24 hours to prepare, he said. Then I go. ZYX stood slowly. Very well, Captain Morrison. 24 hours. May the stars protect you. Jake nodded once. Then he turned and walked toward the door. As he left, young Cadet Rilo, a small purple alien with 6 eyes, whispered to Dr. Enna, "Does he really think he can survive?" Dr. Enna watched Jake disappear through the door. She shook her head slowly. "I do not know what he thinks, but I have never seen courage like this before. Never. The aliens did not know the truth yet. They did not understand what humans could really do. But in 24 hours, they would learn. The entire galaxy would learn. The human was not afraid of the impossible. He was ready to face it. The human was not afraid of the impossible. He was ready to face it. 24 hours until the mission. The station was buzzing with activity. Every alien was talking about the human volunteer. Some called him brave. Others called him foolish. But everyone was watching. Everyone was waiting. Jake Morrison sat alone in his small quarters. The room was simple. A bed, a desk, a small window showing the stars outside. He studied the chamber maps on his tablet. Every corner, every detail. He memorized the path from the door to the artifact. 30 meters. Straight line. No obstacles. A knock on the door broke his focus. "Come in," Jake said. Young Cadet Rilo entered slowly. His 6 purple eyes looked nervous. His small hands held a food tray. "Captain Morrison, I brought you dinner," Rilo said quietly. Jake smiled. "Thank you, Rilo. Please, sit down." Rilo sat carefully. He watched Jake eat. Finally, he spoke. "Captain, why do you volunteer? Everyone says you will die. Why risk everything?" Jake put down his fork. He looked at the young alien with kind eyes. "Because someone has to," Jake said simply. "That artifact could help millions of people. Maybe billions. If I can get it, I must try. That is what humans do. We help, even when it is dangerous." Rilo's eyes grew wider. "But you are scared, yes? You must be scared." Jake nodded. "Yes, I am scared. Fear is natural. But fear does not control me. I control the fear." Before Rilo could respond, the door opened again. Dr. Enna flew in with her medical scanner. "Captain Morrison, I need to check your health," she said, her wings fluttering. Jake stood up. Dr. Enna scanned him from head to toe. She looked at the results. Her beak opened in surprise. "Your heart rate is normal. Your stress levels are normal. How is this possible? You face death tomorrow, but your body shows no panic, no anxiety." Jake shrugged. "I trained for this my whole life. On Earth, I was a rescue specialist. I went into dangerous places to save people. Burning buildings, collapsed mines, disaster zones. I learned to stay calm. Panic kills faster than any danger." Dr. Enna tilted her head. "You humans are very strange creatures." Hours passed. Jake continued his preparation. He ran simulations in the training room. The path, the speed, the timing. Again and again. 28 seconds. 27 seconds. 26 seconds. Each time he got faster. Commander Vrask watched from the observation deck, his four arms crossed, his expression dark. "The human practices," Vrask said to ZYX, who stood beside him. "But practice will not save him from Class X radiation." ZYX said nothing. He just watched the human run the course over and over, never stopping, never giving up. Later that evening, the council called Jake to a final meeting. They sat around the table, all 20 species leaders present. ZYX pushed a metal case across the table. "Captain Morrison, we have something for you. Experimental armor, made from the strongest materials in the galaxy. It might give you a few extra seconds." Jake opened the case. Inside was a silver suit. Beautiful, advanced, clearly expensive. He closed the case. "Thank you, but no." The aliens gasped. "What?" Several voices said at once. "That armor is heavy," Jake explained. "It will slow me down. I need speed. I need to be light and fast. The armor will cost me time I do not have." Vrask stood up angrily. "You fool! You refuse protection? You really do have a death wish." Jake remained calm. "I refuse what does not help me. I accept what does." Dr. Enna spoke softly. "Captain, this might be your only chance to survive. Please reconsider." Jake shook his head. "My mind is made. No armor." ZYX sighed deeply. "Very well. The mission begins in 6 hours. At dawn, the chamber will be opened. Captain Morrison, you can still change your mind. Nobody will think less of you." Jake stood up. He looked at every face in the room. "I never change my mind once I decide," he said firmly. "I will see you at dawn." He walked out of the council room. His footsteps echoed in the hallway. Steady, confident, unafraid. Back in his quarters, Jake lay on his bed. He closed his eyes. He controlled his breathing. In, out, in, out. Slow and steady. He thought about Earth, his home, his family, his friends. He thought about why he became a rescue specialist. To help people, to save lives, to do what others could not. Tomorrow, he would do it again. One more time. One more impossible mission. The clock counted down. 5 hours. For hours. 3 hours. Jake slept peacefully. No nightmares. No fear. Just rest. When he woke, the first light of the station's artificial dawn filled his window. It was time. The chamber doors will open in 1 hour. Is a human ready, or is this his last day alive? The chamber doors will open in 1 hour. Is a human ready, or is this his last day alive? Jake Morrison walked down the long corridor. His boots made soft sounds on the metal floor. Behind him, hundreds of aliens followed. Scientists, soldiers, council members. Everyone wanted to see this moment. The moment a human would attempt the impossible. The massive radiation chamber stood before them. Thick steel walls. Warning lights flashing red everywhere. Danger symbols covered every surface. The air felt heavy with tension. Alien technicians worked at control panels. They wore special protective suits. Their hands shook as they typed commands. "Radiation levels confirmed," one technician announced. "Class X radiation at maximum capacity. Death in 4.3 seconds. All safety protocols active." Jake stood alone facing the giant doors. He wore his simple uniform. No armor. No weapons. Just himself. Dr. Enna approached him. Her medical scanner beeped as she checked his vitals one last time. "Captain Morrison, your readings are..." She paused, confused. "Your heart rate is slowing down. It is getting slower. How is this possible?" Jake took a deep breath. "I am controlling it. When the body is calm, the mind is clear. When the mind is clear, I can focus. Focus is everything." Commander Vrask stood nearby, his 4 arms crossed. "Focus will not save you from radiation. Human." Jake did not respond. He closed his eyes. He visualized the path. 30 meters. Straight ahead. The artifact on the pedestal in the center. Grab it. Turn around. Run back. Simple. Young Rilo pushed through the crowd. "Captain Jake, please be careful." Jake opened his eyes and smiled at the young cadet. "I will, Rilo. I promise." ZYX's voice came over the speakers. All personnel moved to safe distance. Chamber doors opening in 60 seconds. The crowd moved back, far back, behind thick protective walls with small windows to watch through. A loud alarm began to sound. Red lights spun in circles. The countdown started. 60 seconds, 50 seconds, 40 seconds. Dr. Enna's voice crackled on Jake's radio earpiece. "Jake, your body temperature is stable. Your breathing is controlled. You have trained well. But please, if it is too much, come back immediately." Jake touched his earpiece. "Understood, doctor." 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Jake rolled his shoulders. He stretched his legs. He prepared his body like an athlete before a race. 10 seconds, 9, 8. The chamber's locking mechanisms began to release. Loud mechanical sounds echoed through the hall. Metal grinding against metal. 7, 6, 5. Jake got into position. His muscles tensed. Ready, focused. 4, 3, 2. Every alien held their breath. Every screen in the galaxy was watching this moment, broadcasting live across all planets. 1. Chamber doors opening. The massive doors separated slowly. A bright green light poured out. The deadly radiation. It looked like glowing mist. Beautiful but lethal. The green light spread across the floor like water. Wisps of radioactive energy floated in the air. Warning sirens screamed louder. Jake stepped forward. 1 step, then another. He crossed the threshold into the chamber. The aliens watching gasped. Some covered their eyes. They could not watch a being walk to his death. Dr. Enna stared at her scanner. "He is inside. Radiation contact confirmed." Timer started. For seconds until... But Jake did not fall. He did not scream. He did not collapse. He kept walking, step by step, his face focused, his eyes locked on the artifact ahead. The green radiation swirled around his body. It touched his skin, his exposed hands, his face. "Impossible!" Rask shouted. He should be dead already. Dr. Enna's scanner beeped wildly. His cellular structure, it is resisting. Somehow his cells are adapting. I have never seen this before. Jake moved faster now. Walking became jogging. The artifact pedestal was 20 meters ahead, then 15 meters, then 10. His skin began to glow slightly from the radiation exposure. A faint green tint covered his hands. 8 seconds inside, a technician yelled. He has survived double predicted time. The artifact came into clear view, a small crystalline object, glowing with ancient power. Sitting on a metal pedestal in the chamber's center, Jake reached the pedestal. 12 seconds inside the chamber now. He reached out his hand toward the artifact. His fingers touched the crystal surface. Then he tried to lift it. It would not move. Jake pulled harder. The artifact stayed locked to the pedestal. "No," Jake whispered. He looked closer. There were locks. 5 different alien locks surrounding the artifact's base. Complex mechanisms he had never seen before. Dr. Enna's voice screamed in his earpiece. "Jake, the artifact is secured. You need special codes to release it. Get out now." Jake's hands moved to the first lock. He studied it quickly, his mind racing. 15 seconds inside now. "Jake, please." Dr. Enna begged. "Your body cannot take much more. Abort the mission." Jake's fingers worked on the first lock. He understood the mechanism. Click. The first lock opened. 17 seconds, a technician counted. His survival is impossible. Completely impossible. Jake moved to the second lock. Different design. Different puzzle. His hand shook slightly. The radiation was affecting him now, but something went wrong. The artifact suddenly released a pulse of energy. The entire chamber shook. Debris started falling from the ceiling. Metal pieces crashed around Jake. An alarm blared louder than before. Critical radiation surge detected. Chamber integrity failing. The walls began to crack. Green radiation poured out thicker, brighter, deadlier. Jake is trapped inside with rising radiation and a collapsing chamber. Will he escape, or will this be his final moment? Jake is trapped inside with rising radiation and a collapsing chamber. Will he escape, or will this be his final moment? 20 seconds inside. Jake's vision blurred for a moment. The radiation was burning through his body now. He could feel it. Hot, painful, like fire in his veins. But he did not stop. His fingers moved to the second lock. He twisted the mechanism, studied the pattern, understood it. Click. The second lock opened. 22 seconds. Dr. Enna's voice was panicking now. Jake, your body temperature is rising dangerously. Your cells are breaking down. Please, get out. A large metal beam fell from the ceiling. It crashed 2 meters away from Jake. Sparks flew everywhere. The chamber was falling apart around him. Jake moved to the third lock. His hands were shaking more now. Sweat dripped down his face. Or was it blood? He could not tell anymore. Through the observation windows, aliens watched in horror and amazement. Some turned away. They could not watch. Others could not look away. Commander Vrask stood frozen. His forearms dropped to his sides. He is still alive, he whispered. How is he still alive? Young Relo pressed his small hands against the glass. Tears ran down his face. Come back, Captain Jake. Please come back. Jake's breathing got heavier. The third lock was more complex. Different symbols, different movements required. His mind felt foggy from the radiation. Focus, he told himself. Control the pain. Focus on the task. Click. The third lock opened. 25 seconds, a technician shouted. He has survived 6 times longer than any species should. Jake moved to the fourth lock. His fingers felt numb now. He could barely feel the metal under his touch. But muscle memory guided him. Years of training. Years of rescue missions where every second mattered. Another chunk of ceiling fell. This time it hit Jake's shoulder. He stumbled. Pain shot through his body. But he stayed standing. Click. The fourth lock opened. 1 lock remaining. Dr. Enna was crying now. Jake, I am begging you. Leave it. Save yourself. Please. Jake's vision darkened at the edges. He blinked hard, trying to clear his sight. His body was failing. The radiation was winning. He thought about Earth, about why he volunteered. Not for glory, not for fame, but to prove that humans could help. That humans never quit, never surrender. His shaking hand reached for the 5th and final lock. This one was different, more complicated. It needed precise movements in a specific sequence. 28 seconds. The technician's voice was barely a whisper now. Impossible. This is impossible. Jake's fingers moved. First motion. Correct. Second motion. Correct. Third motion. His hand slipped. Wrong. The lock reset. No. Jake said through gritted teeth. He tried again. First motion. Second motion. Third motion. Fourth motion. His vision was almost gone now. Everything looked green and blurry. 5th motion. 6th motion. Final motion. Click. The 5th lock opened. The artifact released from the pedestal. Jake grabbed it with both hands. It was heavy, heavier than he expected, and it was glowing bright. So bright it hurt to look at. 30 seconds. Dr. Enna screamed. Jake, you have it. Run. Run now. Jake turned toward the exit. The doors looked so far away. 30 meters. The same distance he came in. But now it looked like 30 kilometers. His legs felt like stone. Heavy. Slow. Every step was painful. He started running. All trying to run. It was more like stumbling forward. More debris fell. The chamber was completely collapsing now. Metal beams crashed behind him. In front of him. All around him. Then the worst happened. A massive structural support beam broke free from above. It fell directly toward Jake. He dove forward. The beam missed him by centimeters. It crashed behind him, blocking part of his path. Jake rolled, got back to his feet, kept moving. 32 seconds, the technician yelled. The radiation levels just spiked again. Double intensity now. The green mist became almost solid, like trying to run through thick water. Every movement was harder, slower. Jake could see the exit now. 10 meters away, then 8 meters. His body wanted to quit, wanted to fall down, wanted to give up, but his mind said no. Humans do not quit. Never. 7 meters, 6 meters, 5 meters. Then another alarm blared, the loudest one yet. Chamber doors closing, a panicked voice announced. Emergency lockdown activated. Doors closing. The massive steel doors began to move, slowly sliding shut, to contain the radiation, to protect the station. Jake was still 5 meters away. The doors were closing fast. No! Override the doors. ZYX commanded. Keep them open. Cannot override. Automatic safety system, the technician replied. Dr. Enna was screaming. Jake! The doors! Run faster. Jake pushed his body beyond its limits. He ran with everything he had left. The artifact clutched tight against his chest. 4 meters. 3 meters. 2 meters. The doors were almost closed now. Just a small gap remaining. Getting smaller every second. Jake dove. A final desperate leap forward. His body flew through the air. The doors slammed shut with a thunderous boom. Silence. Complete silence. Everyone stared at the closed doors. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Then, from the other side, they saw him. Jake Morrison lay on the floor, on the safe side of the doors. The artifact still in his arms. He made it. 3 seconds until the door sealed shut forever. But the human made it. He made it. 3 seconds until the door sealed shut forever. But the human made it. Dr. Enna was the first to move. She flew down from the observation deck, her wings beating frantically. She landed beside Jake's body. Her medical scanner was already in her hands, shaking as she activated it. Checking vitals now, she said, her voice trembling. The crowd of aliens rushed forward. Everyone wanted to see. Everyone needed to know. Jake lay completely still on the cold metal floor. His skin had a faint green glow. His clothes were burned in places. The artifact rested beside him, still glowing with ancient light. Dr. Enna's scanner beeped. Once, twice, 3 times. She stared at the screen. Her beak opened wide in shock. His heart, she whispered. Then louder. His heart is beating. He is alive. The entire station erupted. Aliens cheered. Some cried. Some fell to their knees in disbelief. Impossible, someone shouted. He survived 35 seconds, another voice called out. The human did it. The human actually did it. Jake's eyes slowly opened. He blinked. The world was blurry and spinning. He tried to sit up. Easy, Captain, Dr. Enna said, putting a gentle wing on his shoulder. Do not move too fast. Jake pushed himself up anyway. He sat up slowly, breathing hard. His whole body hurt. Every muscle, every bone. But he was breathing. He was alive. He looked down at the artifact beside him. Then he smiled. A tired, painful smile. Told you, he said, his voice rough. Plenty of time. Commander Vras pushed through the crowd, his 4 arms hanging at his sides. His proud warrior face looked different now. Humble, respectful. He stopped in front of Jake. Then, slowly, the massive insect warrior knelt down on one knee. Forgive me, human, Vras said quietly. I doubted you. I doubted your entire species. I was wrong. I have never seen such strength, such courage. You are a true warrior. Other aliens began kneeling too, one by one, species after species, all showing respect to the human who did the impossible. Council leader ZYX approached. His red reptilian eyes were wide with amazement. Captain Morrison, ZYX said formally, you were inside that chamber for 35 seconds. You survived radiation that kills in 4 seconds. You completed a mission every species believed was impossible. How? Jake took a deep breath. His body was recovering already, faster than any alien expected. Humans adapt, Jake said simply. Our bodies learn. Our minds push through pain. We train ourselves to survive what should kill us. It is what we do. Dr. Enna was scanning him continuously. Remarkable. His cells are already repairing themselves. The damage is healing. I have never seen biology like this. Jake slowly stood up. His legs were shaky, but strong enough. He picked up the artifact and walked toward ZYX. Mission complete, Jake said, handing over the glowing crystal. One artifact, delivered safely. ZYX took the artifact with both clawed hands. Captain Morrison, you have done more than complete a mission. You have changed everything. You have shown us what humans truly are. Young Relo ran forward and hugged Jake's leg. You came back. You promised and you came back. Jake smiled and patted the small alien's head. I always keep my promises, Relo. Days passed. Jake spent time in the medical bay. Dr. Enna studied him constantly. She wanted to understand how humans survived what nothing else could. Your species is incredible, she told Jake during one examination. Your body has adaptation abilities we never imagined. Your mental control over physical responses. Your determination that overrides survival instincts. Humans are truly unique. Jake shrugged. We are just doing what needs to be done. Word spread across the galaxy. Every planet, every space station, every species heard the story. The human who survived Class X radiation. The human who completed the impossible mission. Ships came from distant worlds just to see him, to meet the legendary human. But Jake did not feel like a legend. He felt like himself, just a rescue specialist doing his job. On his final day at the station, the Galactic Council held a special ceremony. All 20 species leaders present. ZYX stood at the podium. Today, we honor Captain Jake Morrison. But more than that, we learn from him. We create a new law for our council. A new rule that all species must remember. He paused and looked directly at Jake. Never underestimate humanity. Never assume humans are weak. They may look soft. They may seem fragile. But they possess something we do not fully understand. Determination. Adaptation. The refusal to quit. These make humans dangerous to their enemies and valuable to their friends. The council members all agreed. They signed the new law into official record. After the ceremony, Jake prepared to leave. His ship was ready. His mission was complete. Relo came to say goodbye. His 6 eyes were wet with tears. Will you come back, Captain Jake? The young alien asked. Jake knelt down to Relo's level. Maybe someday. But you do not need me, Relo. You are brave. You are kind. You will do great things. Because of you, Relo said, you showed me that courage is not about being fearless. It is about facing fear and moving forward anyway. Jake smiled. Exactly. You learn well. He stood and walked toward his ship. Dr. Enna, Commander Vrask, and many others came to see him off. The galaxy thanks you, human, Vrask said, saluting. Just doing my part, Jake replied. He climbed into his ship. The engines powered up with a low hum. The docking bay doors opened to show the stars beyond. As his ship lifted off, Jake looked back at the station one last time. All those aliens who thought humans were weak, who thought humans could not survive, who thought humans were nothing special. They knew better now. The whole galaxy knew better now. Jake's ship flew into the darkness of space, heading home, heading toward his next adventure. Because humans never stop. They never quit. They face every challenge, every danger, every impossible mission. The communication system beeped. A message coming through. It was from Earth Command. Captain Morrison, we have your next assignment. Another rescue mission. Another dangerous situation. Are you ready? Jake looked out at the endless stars. He thought about what he just accomplished. He thought about what came next. He smiled and pressed the reply button. Always ready, he said. Send me the coordinates. Because that is what humans do. They help. They save. They never quit. The galaxy thought no species could survive that radiation. But they forgot one thing. They never tested a human before. And now they knew. Humans were different. Humans were special. Humans were survivors. And Captain Jake Morrison proved it. The legend had begun. The legend had begun. Jake's ship traveled through deep space. Stars stretched past his window like streaks of light. He was heading back to Earth. Back home after the impossible mission. But the communication system kept beeping. More messages. More calls. Everyone wanted to talk to the human who survived. Jake ignored most of them. He was tired. His body had healed, but he needed rest. Then one message came through that made him stop. Priority alert from Earth Command. Captain Morrison, respond immediately. Jake pressed a button. Morrison here. What is the situation? A face appeared on the screen. Admiral Chen, his superior officer. An older man with gray hair and serious eyes. Jake, good to see you alive, Admiral Chen said. The whole Earth is talking about what you did. You made our species proud. Thank you, sir. Just doing my duty. I know. That is why I am calling. We have a problem. A big problem. Jake sat up straighter. He knew that tone. Something was very wrong. Admiral Chen continued. 3 days ago, a human colony ship disappeared. The Pioneer 7. It was carrying 500 families. Men, women, children, going to establish a new settlement on Kepler 442b. Jake felt his stomach tighten. Disappeared? What happened? We do not know. They sent a distress signal from an unknown sector. Then nothing. Complete silence. We sent 3 rescue teams. None returned. The screen changed. It showed a star map. A red dot marked a location far from any known route. This is where the last signal came from, Admiral Chen said. A region called the Void Sector. No ships go there. No planets. No stations. Just empty space. Also, we thought. What is really there? Jake asked. Admiral Chen's face became darker. We do not know. But whatever it is, it captures ships. It traps them. Nothing that enters ever comes back out. Jake studied the map carefully. The Void Sector. Even the name sounded dangerous. Our long-range sensors detected something, Admiral Chen continued. Some kind of massive structure in that sector. Artificial. Built by someone or something. The Pioneer 7 is somewhere inside, along with the 3 rescue teams we sent. So 500 families plus 3 rescue crews, Jake calculated. Over 700 people trapped. Correct. And Jake, we need someone who can do the impossible. Someone who does not quit. Someone who survives what kills everyone else. Jake already knew what was coming next. You want me to go into the Void Sector, he said. Admiral Chen nodded slowly. You are the only person who has succeeded where all others failed. Those people need a miracle. You are that miracle. Jake looked at the map again. The Void Sector sat far from any help, far from any backup. Whatever was there had already captured multiple ships. What do we know about this structure? Jake asked. Not much. It is huge, maybe the size of a small moon. It emits no signals, no communications. It just sits there in the darkness. But when ships get close, they get pulled inside, like a trap. What species built it? Unknown. It is older than any civilization we know. Maybe thousands of years old. Maybe millions. Jake was quiet for a moment. He thought about those 500 families. Children who were scared. Parents who were trapped. Rescue teams who went to help and got caught themselves. He thought about what Dr. Anna said. Humans adapt. Humans survive. Humans never quit. When do I leave? Jake asked. Admiral Chen smiled slightly. I knew you would say yes. Your ship is being prepared now. New supplies. New equipment. Better sensors. You leave in 48 hours. Understood, sir. Jake, one more thing. The Galactic Council heard about this. They want to help. They are sending someone to go with you. A specialist who knows about ancient structures. Who? Jake asked. The screen split. Another face appeared. Silver feathers. A familiar beak. Kind eyes. Hello again, Captain Morrison, Dr. Anna said with a gentle smile. Jake was surprised. Dr. Anna, you are coming with me. I volunteered, she said. You taught me something important. Courage is not just for warriors. Scientists can be brave too. Those people need rescue. I can help, so I will help. Jake smiled. Good to have you on the team, Doctor. There's one more, Admiral Chen said. The screen split again. 4 arms, black armor, a warrior's proud face. Commander Vras reporting for duty, the insect warrior said. You showed me what true courage means. Human. Now I will fight beside you. We will bring those people home. Together. Jake looked at both of them. The scientist who doubted him, the warrior who mocked him. Now both were volunteering to face danger with him. Then we are a team, Jake said. Admiral Chen's voice became serious. Jake, I will not lie to you. This mission is more dangerous than the radiation chamber. We have no data, no information, no plan. You will be going in blind. I understand. You might not come back. None of you might come back. Jake looked at Dr. Enna and Commander Vras on the screen. Both nodded. Both understood the risk. Both were ready anyway. Sir, Jake said calmly, 700 people are trapped in that structure. Scared. Alone. Waiting for help. We are that help. We will find them. We will bring them home. Or we will die trying. That is what humans do. And now, that is what we all do. Together. Admiral Chen stood and saluted. Good luck, Captain Morrison. May you return with everyone safe. The screen went dark. Jake sat back in his pilot chair. He looked out at the stars. Somewhere out there, in the void sector, 700 people waited, hoping, praying, believing someone would come. His ship changed course. No longer heading to Earth, heading toward danger instead, toward the unknown, toward the void. In 48 hours, 3 brave souls would enter a place where no one ever returned from. A human, a scientist, a warrior, united by courage, united by purpose. The legend was not over. It was just beginning. What waits for them in the void sector? What mysterious structure captures every ship? Can they save 700 lives from the darkness? What waits for them in the void sector? What mysterious structure captures every ship? Can they save 700 lives from the darkness? 48 hours passed quickly. Jake's ship, now called Horizon, was ready. New weapons, better shields, advanced scanning equipment, everything they might need for the mission. Dr. Enna arrived first. She carried 3 large cases of medical supplies and scientific instruments. Her silver feathers looked freshly groomed. Her eyes showed determination mixed with fear. Ready for another impossible mission? Jake asked with a small smile. Dr. Enna placed her cases down carefully. No, I am terrified, but I am going anyway. Those people need help. Fear does not change that. Good answer, Jake said. Commander Vrask arrived next. His 4 arms carried heavy weapons, plasma rifles, energy blades, armor plating. He loaded everything onto the ship with military precision. I brought enough firepower to fight an army, Vrask said. Whatever is in that void, we will be ready. Jake checked the weapons. Let us hope we do not need to fight. Our mission is rescue, not war. Hope for peace. Prepare for war, Vrask replied. Old warrior wisdom. The 3 of them gathered in the ship's command center. A large star map floated in the air between them. The void sector glowed red in the distance. This is our route, Jake said, tracing a line with his finger. 3 days' travel at maximum speed. We enter the void sector here. Dr. Enna studied the map. What is our plan once we arrive? Stay together. Stay alert. Find the structure. Find the trapped ships. Get everyone out, Jake said simply. Vrask crossed his 4 arms. That is not much of a plan. We have no data, no information, so we adapt as we go. That is how rescue missions work. Dr. Enna activated her tablet. I studied what little data we have. The structure emits a strange energy signature, not like any technology one know. It pulls ships toward it using some kind of gravitational field. Can we resist a pull? Jake asked. Unknown. The field might be too strong. We might get captured like the others. Vrask growled. Then we will fight our way out. Jake shook his head. Fighting is last resort. Our priority is the people. 700 lives depend on us thinking smart, not shooting first. The ship's computer beeped. All systems ready. Departure authorized. Course set for void sector. Jake looked at his two companions. A scientist who overcame her fear, a warrior who learned humility, and himself, a human who refused to quit. Once we launch, there is no turning back. Jake said seriously, this is your last chance to change your mind. Nobody will judge you. Dr. Ennis stood tall. I am not leaving. Vrask slammed his fist against his armored chest. Warriors do not retreat. Jake nodded. Then we go together. All of us come back, or none of us do. He sat in the pilot seat. His hands moved across the controls. The engines hummed to life, power flowing through every system. Horizon to Earth Command. We are launching now. Admiral Chen's voice came through the speakers. Good luck, Horizon. The whole galaxy is watching. Bring those people home. We will, sir. Morrison out. The ship lifted off the landing platform. It rose higher and higher, past the atmosphere, into the darkness of space. Jake pushed the engines to full power. The stars stretched into lines as they accelerated, faster and faster, racing toward the unknown. Day 1 passed. They traveled through normal space. Nothing unusual, nothing dangerous. Just the three of them and the endless stars. Dr. Enna spent her time studying the structure's energy readings, trying to understand what they would face. Vrask maintained the weapons, checking every system, making sure everything worked perfectly. Jake piloted the ship, his eyes always watching the sensors, always alert. Day 2 arrived. They entered the outer boundary of the void sector. The stars looked different here. Dimmer, darker, like the light itself was dying. Energy readings changing. Dr. Enna announced, the gravitational field is starting. We are being pulled forward. Jake checked the engines. I can still maintain control, but the pull is getting stronger. Vrask loaded his weapons. Stay ready. Anything could happen now. The ship pushed deeper into the void. The darkness grew thicker. The stars almost completely disappeared. Then, on day 3, they saw it. By the ancestors, Vrask whispered. Dr. Enna's beak dropped open. Impossible. That is impossible. Jake stared at the sight before them, his hands gripping the controls tight. In the center of the void floated a structure. Not a station. Not a ship. Something else entirely. It looked like a massive sphere. Black metal covered its surface. But the metal moved, shifting, changing, like it was alive. Thousands of openings covered the sphere, dark holes leading inside. And around those holes, wrapped in energy fields, were ships. Dozens of ships, maybe hundreds, all captured, all trapped. The Pioneer 7, Dr. Enna said, pointing at one ship. And there are the rescue teams, and so many others. Ships from different species, different eras. Some look ancient. Jake's sensors showed life signs. Thousands of them, inside the structure, still alive. The people are alive, he said, inside that thing. Vrask studied the structure with warrior's eyes. It is a prison, a trap that collects ships. But why? What is its purpose? Before anyone could answer, the ship shook. Hard. Warning alarms blared. Red lights flashed everywhere. The gravitational pull just increased. Dr. Enna shouted, We are being pulled in. Jake fought the controls. The engines screamed at maximum power. But it was not enough. The structure's pull was too strong. We cannot break free. Jake yelled. The horizon was dragged forward, faster and faster, toward one of the dark openings. Vrask braced himself. Hold on. Dr. Enna grabbed her seat. We are going inside. The ship spun, out of control. The opening grew larger, closer. A black hole ready to swallow them. Jake made a decision. Instead of fighting the pull, he turned the ship. He flew with it, using the momentum. If we are going in, we go in on our terms, he shouted. The horizon shot through the opening, into the darkness, into the structure. Everything went black. Then lights appeared. Strange lights, blue and green, lining walls that stretched forever. They were inside the mysterious structure, inside the trap that caught every ship. And now They were trapped too,